Okay. I'm coming. All right. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi. How are we all? Everyone good? Hopefully. I want to kind of do a check-in and see how everyone is. And talk a little bit about how I'm doing with all of this and some of the plans that I have that I'm thinking about. And maybe do an unboxing. I've gotten a couple new decks in. And so both Ravenheart, he was in the tent today. Oh goodness, Ben. So yes, definitely mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually exhausted, right? I think we all are kind of emotionally, physically exhausted for sure. It just is the nature of where things are now, right? Oracle. Okay. So I want to make sure people have the opportunity to come in, and let me say hello to people real quick. There I am. And yes, I have mute on. Oh, good. Okay. All right, live chat now. Phelan, hello. Hexton's here. Hi, Stephen, Jewel, Ben, Danny, Leland, Steph, Melanie. He was in the tent. Oh, gosh, Ben. Oh, like just there's no words. It's just, anxiety doesn't have a word. Hello, Ravenheart, my sweet. How are you after being in the tent? Oh, Marcia, hello. Right? And I think I am going to do an unboxing just because I think we all need some distraction, at least, if not more. Be anything, hello. Busy Bee, hello. Paperback, hello. Stephanie, my husband came down with a stomach thing. He called his doctor and said he might have it, but since he's young, they don't have to do a test unless it gets bad. Exactly. We're really not testing people unless they think that hospitalization might be needed. So, I'm having an upset stomach all day. Yeah, that's definitely partially anxiety, right? Hi, Amber. It actually was not bad. Really? Really? I'm so like, it's funny. All of us are like dreading, are we going to, be put in the tents? What are we going to do? And so to hear you say that helps a little. Hi, Lady Hawk. I love Yosa. Distraction is good, right? I'm waiting for someone to do a Corona deck. I know it. It's coming, right? So I have to say, Stephen, are you uploading that meditation tonight? Stephen did a meditation. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait. He's uploading it, I think tonight, right? Because I cannot wait to hear Stephen's meditation, because Stephen's voice is like created to do meditations. he's been told several times by several people that he should do meditations because he has one of those very calming and even toned voices. And so I can't wait till his meditation loads because I will be doing that. So look for it on Stephen's channel, Sound of an Ocean Wave, with 30 seconds of patient contact versus all day. Really? No kidding. You look better rested. I feel better rested than I was, for sure. I have to say that I purposely did not come on yesterday, even though I thought about it a couple times. But I thought, no, you know what? I am purposely going to take the day off. I took the day off from news stuff. I took the day off from, I only had a half day, so I got out of work at noon. And I came home and I played a video game like all day and into the evening. Even though I was really tired yesterday. When I came home, I thought I really want to take a nap. And then I forced myself not to take a nap because I wanted to make sure I slept last night. Much rather do that than I just wanted to like be a sloth and not think about anything, escape into a different world. And I have to say that was it was very cathartic to be in a different world. And I play RPG games, and my kids laugh at me because I play with the difficulty level at the lowest difficulty it can be, because I'm really just there for the story. I like talking to everyone and going around and collecting everything you're supposed to collect, and then doing like the romancing aliens, and I just am there for the story. And so it really is like escaping into a different world. There's, all different problems, and none of them are real. And it is very nice to do that sometimes. So our governor has reverted the stay-at-home orders and business shutdowns. Kelsey, what state are you in? Terrible. That's what Hubs and I do in our games, right? Just, it's nice. You should play Diablo 3. They have actual achievements for talking to everyone. That's cool. The storyline aspect of games. Me too. I really hope that Witchy Palooza is still on. I know, right? And I really hope Mississippi. Oh, I've heard that Mississippi is doing bad too. So good luck, honey, for sure. 12th highest infection rate, right? Ugh. I really hope that we're going to be able to do it also in June. That's when I have my vacation time set for. Boy, I hope so. I feel like if I have to postpone it, then I will postpone it. I can't imagine canceling it at this point, just because I know I'm going to need it, but we'll see. School just got canceled until the 24th, so I think we're going to keep with the shutdown. I'm playing on my PS3. Cool. Austin is playing it right now, right? So, all right, so this is where I'm at with Corona. We had another meeting today in which my boss told us that, now I had told you we're now in the labor pool. It's the state labor pool. When Governor Cuomo or the doctor, who I can never remember his name, that is the head of the New York State Department of Health, decide that the hospitals are at a capacity level that they have to call in the labor pool, then we are on that labor pool. And she explained a little bit more today what that means, which is they can send us anywhere. Mendoza, thank you. Mendoza, that's it. They can send us anywhere within the hospital system at any time any shift for anything that they feel they need us for. So it's not like necessarily the shift that I'm used to working. It's not, yay, you went for a walk. Yay. Catherine sent me, she made masks for me, and I was showing them off at work. They're so cute. They're made out of little bandanas. So thank you, sweetie. But so the point is they could make me work evenings. They could make me work overnights. They could put me wherever in the hospital they want. And if I refuse to go where and when they tell me, they will be treating that as my resignation. So that's what I got told today. And I have to say, I was really like, well, isn't that interesting? And I don't know. We keep, like, all of us are kind of going, okay, well, hopefully it won't get to that point. But like the track that New York is on, I can't see us not getting to that point, right? Pretty much the same way for our staff. I think it's statewide, Bob. I think that's why they're saying that the way it is, because I think it's statewide. And while I understand the need, and not even, I don't know how to say this. It's I didn't really intend on saying no to whatever. Well, the problem with that, Bob, is that we have our X-ray licenses. So like people who are secretaries, obviously they can't make them do patient care, but we have our X-ray licenses. So, they could put us in X-ray, or in, like, they now know that I'm CT certified. They could put me in CT, which is where we lost 6 techs due to being exposed. So I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even, like, I never intended on saying no wherever they meant to send me. But at the same, now I'm kind of like, really? You think you're going to tell me what shift I have to work, and if I refuse at all, you're going to tell me I resigned? And the reason they're wording it that way is so that they don't have to pass unemployment. Like, if we refuse, technically they really would need to fire us. That's not, to me, I'm like, nope, not quitting, just saying I'm not doing this shift or this whatever, or this part of the hospital. And again, part of my thing is with Nancy, because Nancy is immune compromised. Nancy is 76 years old. I'm worried about bringing it home to her. And I have been, but I have kind of weighed the risk at this point. Cut and tray are the safest at this point, because patient is not on airborne precautions anymore. They're just normal mask, right? It's really her. So I've been trying to look into if I can send her to my aunt's house or my mother's house or something. And so far that just hasn't really been a possibility. Part of it is her dogs and her, her food and all that stuff. I don't. So, but I'm concerned. So I'm like, okay. So I said to my boss today, so here's my concern is not about me, but is about how to further quarantine. Like, so now I've been thinking, okay, can I get a door for our living room / bedroom? Because maybe if I could get that door, then I could quarantine myself once. I had to go into the hospital, into that part of the house, but then I need a bathroom and and I'm like, this is like an impossibility. So I just don't know. I just don't know. I kind of am like, okay, I've been really trusting the universe to figure out where it is I'm supposed to be. But I don't know. I'm worried at this point. But I keep saying, okay, well, we'll just have to see how it goes and where it goes and what happens. And super about that problem. My administration seems to be understanding about me withdrawing myself because dad can't be exposed. Exactly. Yeah, my boss just kind of looked at me and she was like, yeah. And silence, like, I guess you better work that out. And I'm like, okay, great. Thanks for the help. I don't know. I just don't, I'm kind of at a loss. So I came home today and said that to Peter, and I said, I feel like a part of me feels like the universe is saying, I kept telling you to quit a long time ago and you weren't quitting. So we held this off as long as we could, and now you kind of have to deal with it. So, and he was like, and now I'm like, okay, you have my permission to slap the bitch. Woo! What does she think you're trying to do? Not work it out? I know. Hi, Cass. Apply at my work. Right? I know. So so I said to Peter, at this point, I'm like, okay, so really, I don't have a choice. It's not like I have choices. I don't have choices. And he's like, well, you do have choices. If you feel like you need to quit at this point, then you need to quit. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not quitting. I will find a way to get fired. Because then at least I can get unemployment for a little while. But he's like, you know what? How long have we been talking about you doing your channel full time? And that would free up your time. Then you could start selling stuff on your Etsy page again. Then you could, do classes online. Then you could, and I'm like, yes, but first of all, I kind of have a hard time. First of all, you guys know me. I have a hard time anyways. Reiki and classes here. I know, right, Cass? I know. I have a hard time anyways, like asking for money. It's this thing I have to get over, because it's not that I know that I'm worth something. It's not that. But there is something to be said for like putting yourself out there or charging. It's just I don't know, it's a weird situation. So that's part of it. And then the other part of it is that I know right now that everyone is going to be financially strapped. So like I couldn't pick a worse time to jump right into this, head on, both feet in. And right now, when everybody is kind of going to be out of work and not have the money to spend on stuff like classes and whatever it is I'm gonna, be trying to sell and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, ugh, I don't know. So I don't know. I have lots of ideas. I just am kind of up in the air, and I'm just trying to figure out at this point where the universe wants me, and trying to listen as best I can and feel like I'm doing the right thing no matter what direction that ends up being. I don't know. I will tell you that I got great sleep last night. I went to sleep at 10 o'clock and I was out. I don't remember anything. Thank you, Cass. I know you guys are. You guys are wonderful. Really, you are. So we'll see. I'll figure it out. I will, at some point, I will figure out what is supposed to happen. Go in and refuse to get within 6 feet of patients flat out. They will fire you for not doing your job. That's true. I could do that, Pat, for sure. Hi, long hair, skinny eye toe. I love you too, Cass. Truly, I love you guys. And Cass and Scott have, been there for me. And you all have, for sure, been there for me. So I so appreciate you. I just want you to know that. I will say that, so as I'm doing this today, when I got home, it was gorgeous. It was like 63 degrees, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's gorgeous out. And why isn't this? Come on, reload. My computer is slowing down. So I went out to the back yard today, and come on, we do have internet. Reload. I don't know why this will not let me reload. I wonder if Frank changed the password or something on this one. All right. I'm going to put it back to the downstairs one then. I give up. I'm not playing this. Okay. So anyway, I went back into the backyard there where I had set up last year my earth altar. I have not gone out to my earth altar since winter hit. I did know that we had a tree that got split in half with lightning during the winter. And you meant Fahrenheit. Yes, Fahrenheit. Sorry, idiot Americans have to use Fahrenheit. Oh, I know. Thank you. Come to the lair and teach classes, right? I would love to. We'll figure something out. We'll see. And if that's the way it's supposed to be, then that's the way it's supposed to be. Well, we will figure something out. If the universe says that that's what I'm supposed to be doing, then we'll see. So I went to the backyard, though I have not been back there since spring started to hit anyways. And I went back to look at the tree that got struck by lightning and realized that I have been gifted with all of this wood that has storm energy in it now. Weekly Cass and Jen show. Yay! And this wood has absolutely gorgeous energy in it. This storm energy immediately, I have to say, because here's what happens. Because my energy is storm energy right now. If you think of a storm, you think of the chaos, the friction, the static electricity that goes on. And with this corona thing, all of that energy is built up inside of me. So I have this storm energy going on. So as soon as I touched this tree, I posted pictures on Instagram, just so you know. As soon as I touched this tree, it grounded out my energy like immediately. And I just like, yes. Oh, this is like amazing. So much better. And then I realized that Mother Gaia had left me all of these pieces of storm wood that have this storm energy in it. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna sell storm ones. Yes, you do. I'm gonna sell storm ones on my Etsy page as maybe getting back to doing stuff on my Etsy page for a little while. And the only thing I'm not sure about is shipping. Like the shorter ones, I figured the shorter ones I can put in padded envelopes. So that'll be easy. The bigger ones, I'm not sure how I can ship them cheaply now. So I'm trying to figure it out. And of course, I was going to message you, Cass. I just haven't had a chance yet because they're not going to fit in flat rate boxes. Maybe actually, they do have those big white padded envelopes. I can bet I can put, because they're really sturdy. Look, they're super sturdy. So I bet you I can put them in the big white padded envelopes. So I think I think I can do this. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I am going to put these on my Etsy shop this weekend for $5 a piece. Shipping, because I'm not sure yet. And I'm going to take this one or this one. I may need some of these. I might need to break off the end a little bit. They're really sturdy still because the tree was totally alive when it was struck. So they're really, really sturdy. So I'm going to sell them for $5 a piece plus shipping. I won't be able to tell you right this second how much shipping is going to be until Saturday, probably, because I don't have, which one, Ben? The one with the end or this one? So if before I put them on my Etsy page, if you're interested in one, private message me either on Instagram or on Facebook, and I will set one aside for you. And once oh shit, right hand, hold on. Right hand, this one, Ben. Once I weigh it and get a bunch of those white padded envelopes, because the white padded envelopes are $1 a piece, and then I figure it's probably gonna be between $2 and $3 because they're not really. I'll put that on aside for you, Ben. They're not really heavy or anything. They're pretty light. So my guess is total it'll end up being somewhere between like $8 and $9. So for the bigger ones, and probably about 7 or 8 for the shorter ones. So message me and let me know if you guys want one, and then I'll know how many I need to go out and pull off. And then I will list some on my Etsy page this weekend. That is going to help me to decide, I think, too, which way the universe is going to have me go. Because if I do get interest, and I do have people saying that, yes, stupid little stuff like that happens to me, that I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe other people would be interested in this energy. Then I feel like the universe is saying, yeah, you know what? You can do this. And you know you can do this. You're going to take your nose off at some point. I know, right? It's because I opened the window and I haven't taken my allergy at all because I haven't been outside very much. So I need to start taking my allergy pills. I need a shorter one. Yes. Okay. I will put one aside for you. I promise. Hi, Dahlia. How are you, sweetie? I haven't seen you in a while. Ravenheart, something like that. Or shorter than that. Anyways, so it'll give me an idea. If people are really interested in stuff like that, then it'll give me an idea, and maybe this is the time. Maybe this is happening the way it's happening at my work because I am supposed to be done. I have said for 2 years now, perfect, you got it. I've said for 2 years now that that I've been fighting with my spirit guides for 2 years, because my spirit guides have been telling me for 2 years that I was supposed to be quitting. So it's like, Jen, quickly, what is the story behind the wands? Okay, the story behind the wands is there's a tree I have out back that was hit by lightning. So it's a storm tree at this point. It literally, and I posted pictures on my Instagram. It literally split in half down the middle. And so it has that storm energy in it. And so what happens is when your energy meets the energy of the tree, when you pick up one of these storm wands, is what I'm calling them right now, because their energy is the same, then it evens each other out and it grounds each other out. And so immediately when I touched this tree today, it was like, oh, yes, this is, and because of all this anxiety and all this stuff that's going on, when those energy meets each other, it evens each other out and it grounds that energy so that you suddenly feel like okay, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. And I have never felt that from a tree before. So it's the energy that's coming off of these is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Listen to the guides. You're supposed to work at the lair. I know, and I have to say, now you're at the edge of the cliff, about to be pushed off. I know, Stephen, and I know Stephen and I have talked before about guides, and I've said I feel like they have been beating me over the head for 2 years, saying you have to quit. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You have to quit. And I keep I'm such a chicken that I keep going, I know I have to quit, but I don't want to let go of this, this security that I have in knowing that my job is here. And it's been very hard. Necessity is the mother of invention, right? That's true. That's true, Busy Bee. I know it for sure. They are like, darn it, I know. Maple is a sweet energy. Yes, exactly. So on top of it, the fact that it's the maple trees, which we have all over here, it is, wait till you guys feel this energy. It is so, I can't even describe it. You just have to feel it for yourself, because it's like that energy just conjoins together and evens you out completely. Listen to your guides. You're supposed to run your commune. I know. I know I am. You guys make me think maybe I could actually do this, right? It also doesn't help that our society and capitalism are shit. Yes, and you feel like you have no safety net. Exactly, Jack. That is so what's been holding me back. I'm like, I know, but if I quit, then I don't have health insurance. And although we do have, Obamacare, I can sign up for Obamacare. And I'm like, okay. And then if I actually quit, that actually frees me up to do the stuff that I've always wanted to do. I can't even tell you guys, this big cabinet behind me has, yes, finally the temperature has been going up a little bit. This big cabinet behind me has supplies that I have been hoarding for 2.5, 3, maybe 4 years now, of projects that I need to do to put up on my Etsy shop. I have soap stuff. I have all kinds of soap stuff to make my own soaps, which I have done before, but just in little amounts. I haven't done a whole lot of it. And all of the molds that I have to make the soaps that I want to do. And I have done little stuff, incenses. I make incenses, oils. I have all these talents that I know I can do. Yes, candles with your beeswax. Oh, how awesome would they be? And I just haven't had the time to do it because I haven't jumped and said, all right, that's it. I give up. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So again, I feel like kind of nature is going, the universe is kind of going, since I'm a druid and she's got space and nature, right? That the universe is kind of going, okay, I've told you. And now this crisis thing comes through, and a lot of people are going to have to figure out what they want to do. Cass, you and Scott have my little wheels turning now, because I'm like, if I did Reiki classes, I could advertise in-person Reiki classes and then give you guys your percentages, and it makes my wheels go so much too. FMLA, yes. Mama. Okay, well, hold on. Mama, take FMLA. Use up every minute of sick, vacation, PTO, then quit. Glad you're not hoarding toilet paper. Yes, yes, I know. Yes, you could. Yes. Just joined. Hi. No, I didn't quit yet, Whale Song, but I do feel like the universe is telling me it's time. All your usernames are coming up. I recognize each and every one. Yay! See, Red Rum? We are going to have to live differently. I agree. I so agree. Maybe it's time. We can make beeswax stuff. You can help in the store. I know it. We could bring all that stuff to the store and like I can show you guys we can make it. Here, I'll tell you. So I'm assuming that Wedgie is Scott, right? Wedgie. Sometimes you have to take the leap. I know. The only thing that holds me back is, well, there's two things. I want to make sure there's, Cassie, we have to actually sit down and talk because I want to make sure that I'm not infringing on Cassie's dream, for one thing, because I that's her dream. Like my dream is separate from your guys' dream, and I don't want to infringe upon her dream. And I don't want you guys to feel bad if someday I do end up starting my commune. It really is going to be, I think, a pagan campground and my own shop. I feel like I don't ever want us to have bad feelings between us. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I don't want to. We have to sit down and talk. I know there is. And I totally and completely, I support everyone's dreams. I just want to make sure that if there came a point that you felt like, okay, wait, because this was my dream and this is my thing, that I wasn't infringing. You know what I mean? Yes, I know. And I totally am with that. I just don't want to infringe. Do you know what I mean? I hope that you would always feel like you could say to me, hey, Jen, this one is mine, back the fuck off. And know that I'm okay with that. Do you understand? It's such a hard thing to have a business together, like money sucks. Money makes people crazy. So I don't ever want money to come in between any of our relationships. I know I'm overthinking. I know. But you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know. Yes. Business is tricky. Exactly. Yes. And I would never want it to come in between our friendship because our friendship means too much to me, Kath. So we would just have to make sure that we're always on top of things and above the table. You know what I mean? Like if you started feeling funny, I want to make sure you can come to me and I will come to you. And yes. That's exactly it, Cass. Yes. All right. So we'll talk because now I really feel like maybe the universe is telling me I have to do this. Okay. Yes, and the campground is my dream. Yes. All right, so here is the link for this deck that I'm going to start showing because I really like this deck. This is one of the decks that I got from Amazon. I got two from Hay House, which I'm not going to show tonight. I'll try to do that tomorrow. The universe is yelling at you, isn't it? Right? Hold on. Of course, I left my purse downstairs, and that's where I have my essential oils for my nose. And I'll be the children's teacher. See, Kay, everybody has a place. I got 2 from Hay House. Hay House is having a fabulous sale. Make sure you take a look. It's like 50% off half of that. Yay. Yes, you will, Cass. This one, I know for 3 years, I know. The Reiki thing is your thing in the store. Healing room and classroom you can use. We can work it out ahead of time. Yay. Thank you, Scott. And I will be calling you guys. I feel like the universe is saying, get to it, girl. Finally. None of us have a place until you make the move, right? I can help make oils. Yay! I know. Hexen, you got to come. Okay. This is a great deck. So what I posted, that's my link for this deck. I do get a small percentage of it if you order from that link. I'll be putting the link at the bottom here. Jen, did you see the comment on my scare? No. What happened? Looks like I'm looking at Hay House. Still haven't gotten back to hear from them. I need to call them. Cool. Yes. Junk journals and sacred books. Hell yes. Absolutely. I really like this deck, you guys. I've been looking for a crystal deck that I can vibe with. I have a lot of crystal decks because, of course, I love my crystals. Crystal decks are funny because they're paper and they're decks. Sometimes you don't get the energy of that crystal. Or it doesn't give you enough information or something like that. This one, I think I'm really going to like. So this is Crystal Medicine Oracle. It is on Amazon right now. It's 33 cards. It's from Rockpool, which I am liking their boxes a whole lot better now. It is a hard box and it opens up and the book is up front here. This book, again, you guys know me, I'm not a big book reader, but this one I may read more because it's a shamanism card. It is about shamanism. So there is a ceremony that goes with each of the cards, in other words, with each of the crystals. There is 155 pages. You got news about your ED. Wow, wow, wow. I went for a walk last Monday. On the way back, I had a dizzy spell. You did? Is this deck new? You know what? Does it have a date? Wait. It'll have a date on here, right? Yes, I was just going to say Stephen has been having dizzy spells too. It's 2019, so it came out this past year. And I think it came out later in the year too. I can't listen if this is about shamanism. Yes, so it has a crystal, it has a medicine, and then it has a ceremony to go with each of the cards. So there's oracle, there's crystal, and then there's a ceremony that goes with each of the cards, which I really am going to like, which we'll pull a card after this. The cards are circular. They're I really like these cards. I don't normally vibe with crystal decks very well. Like I said, it's very difficult to get a crystal deck that has the energy of the crystal and does it well. It's not easy. I have lots of decks that I never touch because it just doesn't do it for me. This is the backs of the cards, which are really gorgeous. And I like that they're round. See, it has a galaxy on there and see the crystal all around the outsides, which forms an Ouroboros. Isn't that gorgeous? So the first card is amber. You see the amber sap coming down from the tree. Look at the DNA up in the tree. And it's ancestor healing. The medicine is tree medicine. Amber is the crystal. And the oracle part is ancestor healing. So if you read in the book, let's read in the book about the first one, because as soon as I read this, I was like, oh, okay, I like this deck. It says, And it has spreads and all that stuff too. So it says, isn't it? We hold and carry the lessons and wisdom of our family in our blood and bones, and it is deeply within our DNA. Tribes from the beginning of time would pray for the 7 generations, both past and present, to assist them in healing the bloodline. I know, sorry, Cass. Just as we have our own karma to balance and our own lessons to learn, we also hold and carry those of our ancestors, patterns, and unresolved physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual issues that can be handed down through the family line. This medicine is a strong sign you are currently undergoing some powerful healing related to your ancestors. Pulling this card can represent that the current challenges in your life could be directly linked to your family and your family's karma. All the wisdom that your ancestors have discovered also runs deep within your bones. It is time for you to bring awareness to your current challenges, as there is a large possibility that they could be hereditary. Once you understand and discover the roots of this karma, deep healing will begin. Your ancestors are always with you, looking out for you, guiding and loving you from the other side. And they are here today to let you know you're not alone. If you have been thinking about a certain family member that has passed, this is a sign that they are with you. Medicine is tree. Yes, it is from Amazon. Here's my link right here, Kay. Ready? If you get it from this link, you don't have to pay anymore, but I get a little percentage. The medicine is tree. Trees are another powerful medicine of earth, and our connection runs deep. We would not be able to breathe and exist on earth if it was not for our interconnectedness with the trees. They are the guardians of the land, and they have a spirit and consciousness that is very much alive. Trees hold the wisdom and stories of our ancestors. The Druids understood the magic of the trees and worked powerfully with them. Each tree has its own energy or medicine that, when understood, can be utilized for healing on many levels. Trees are also the vortex by which to travel to the shamanistic energy worlds, allowing us with intention and spiritual practice to enter into the lower, middle, and upper worlds. When we pass, we dissolve back into the earth with all our memories and knowledge. The roots of the tree are in the earth, so by connecting to the trees, we connect to the ancient wisdom of our ancestors. Isn't that the most beautiful damn thing? I love that. Okay, now the crystal part. I loved this too, which this totally made it make sense to all of you. To all of you? That totally didn't make sense. This makes sense to all of it, like it connects all of it together. Mama, I'm going to pull some cards for you a bit later. Thank you, Danny. For future reference, you should message the Amazon link to us mods. Thank you. Yes, that's true. Wow, Anastasia, right? For sure. Okay, the crystal is amber. Amber is the blood of a tree and connects us to the blood of our ancestors. It draws out disease from the body. It invokes wisdom. And then finally, the ceremony. So the ceremony for this card is find a powerful tree with which you find a connection. Oh my God, my allergies are going crazy all of a sudden. Sorry, guys. Sit with your back against the tree. Become aware of the spirit of the tree and take a few minutes to connect with it. Call upon the spirits of your ancestors. Feel their presence. Connect into what you are going through with your current challenges. If you haven't been going through any challenges, take this time to ask your ancestor to share wisdom with you that can help you in life. Take a moment to connect, welcome them, and take this time to communicate whatever you need to share and be open for their response. See yourself handling these issues back to your ancestors, which they will receive with an open heart, then heal with love and awareness. Your ancestors will hand you healing energy and the wisdom that has been understood from this challenge. Receive this energy and wisdom and place it in your heart. Thank your ancestors. How awesome is that? So, and that's just the first card. So all of that comes with the book stuff from the first card. So my what I want to do with this deck is pull out each of the crystals and have them out so that when I pull a card, I can pick up that crystal and really connect with it. My druid heart feels that. I knew it would, Ben, as I'm reading it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely something that Ben is going to have. Okay, so I think there's 1 or 2 crystals that I don't have in here. So Cass, if you're still on, pay attention because we'll have to get these. All right, here is Angelite, which is angels and spirit guides and upper world. Isn't that beautiful? So Angelite, I have Angelite. Eudolite, which is beauty and autumn. Come on. There. Isn't that gorgeous? Ugh. I have Eudolite. Red Jasper, Bob's favorite. Celebration and Sacred Ceremony. Gorgeous. You know what? Is Bob still here? I wonder if Bob has a hard time with Jasper. Wait. Oh, no. He just doesn't feel it, does he? Or does he not like the energy? Ravenheart, do you not like the energy or do you not feel the energy? Yuck. Because if you don't like the energy, I think I just figured something out. Now I need some amber from Cass, right? It's a check across the room. Yes, you know what? Bob, I think your problem with Red Jasper is from an ancestor or a past life. That there's an issue that has to be resolved there. I don't know why that just came into my head, but I feel like we need to do some Reiki healing on past stuff. Yes, I carry multiple crystals with me. A lot. Here's my crystal bag. All right, this is Fulgurite, which is challenge and lightning. Fulgurite is the crystal that happens when lightning hits the sand. Isn't that gorgeous? And I have a tiny piece of that. Yes, yes, yes. Remind me the next time I see you and we'll get it started. Black tourmaline, cleansing, and feather. Does that say feather? Yep, it says feather. Oh, so pretty. Gosh, these cards I'm really liking. Bixbite. This is one I don't think I have. Bixbite. Creativity and fire. Mom, you could have used the crystals to heal your boss. I'm having to look these all up when you say them. Good. That's a good way to learn too then. Right? That's a great way to learn your crystals. Bixbite is one I think I need. This one is, this one I know I don't have. Cathedral Library. Crystal Blessing, Grandmother Crystal Diva. Now, I love her. Isn't she awesome? Look at her eyes. Oh, I don't even know. I have to look up what library means. There's the crystal. Hold on. I don't know that crystal. Unless it's something like that. I use a different word for it. But I love that. And Boulder Opal. I don't have any Boulder Opal. That's a tough one to get because they're expensive. Oh, so Cass, I know I was going to tell you too. You know our selenite scullies that, you turn around, you can see the face in the back. So there was just there's someone selling a couple of them on Instagram. Yes, on Instagram, because somebody tagged me in it and was like, "Oh, you need one." And I'm like, "Oh, I already have one." And there was one like I had, and the one like I have, they're calling large, and they want $350 for it. Thought I'd tell you that ahead of time. Black Moonstone. Yeah, they were crazy. They were calling that one the large one, and they wanted $350. Divine Feminine. Yep, I know, right? And I had to message her because, of course, she wouldn't say it outright. So I had to message her to ask her for it. I'm like, "Oh, those are really pretty. How much did you want for that?" And I thought, just because I had to find out. But I was like, "Oh, yeah. There you go." Ooh, and Steven's video just uploaded. I saw it come up. Heliodor. We hold our sources close and private, right? Heliodor. I actually have Heliodor. That's divine masculine energy, and it has to do with the sun. I don't have a lot, but I have a little piece. This is blue barite, and I know I have barite. Yes, I do have blue barite. That's just right. I know. It is. It's crazy. It's crazy. Here's the link for the deck again, just in case I have made you want it enough to go get it. Bogie stones. I have them. Oh, look at that image. Oh my goodness, I love that. Going Within. I love that card. Yep, I know, right? Oh, gorgeous. So many I've not heard of. Good. That's great. You can use them to learn crystals too then, right? Numite. I have that. Shaman Shamanka. Yes, I love my Scully's first two I ever bought. Aw. I hate my phone lately. There it is. I love Numite. Numite has cool energy. Celestite. I Am Presence. Now, this is one of my favorite cards because look at that scene. It's just gorgeous. Wait, I need this. You got to see it more. Look at that spiral. And then see can you see it? Hold on. The chakra guy here. Yeah, there we go. And see way at the bottom there. Focus. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but way at the bottom is the Om symbol. And so to me, I see this as a doorway. And that is the doorway to enlightenment. Breastplate worn made of crystals, the breastplate of righteousness. Breastplate of righteousness. I think you're right. I'm buzzing up my back right now. Yay! Phenocite. I can't remember if this is one of the Synergy 12 I have or I don't have. It's one of the Synergy 12. I just can't remember if I have this one or not. I have to look. But isn't that gorgeous? This is Initiation Sacred Sites. So see the Stonehenge behind it? And how apropos right before our initiation. By the way, I have heard from a couple of you who have done your have done your self-dedications, and have heard how wonderful they were. I encourage you, keep on coming with your self-dedication stories because I'm loving them. This is Goethite. I love this deck because this is another one of my favorite cards. Inner Wisdom, and this is Mother Gaia. And look at what a gorgeous Mother Gaia this is. That's okay, MA. You should wait until you're energetically ready, until you're mentally ready, until everything kind of lines up for you. Isn't that beautiful? Ugh. Yes. Pyrite. Come on. Made my oil though. Yay! Good for you. Gorgeous cards. Seraphonite. I have Seraphonite. Moving forward. I love how you can see the different layers of Seraphonite here. It looks really cool. For anointing oil, I have coconut oil, lavender, nag champa. Does that sound good? Does that sound good to you, Sonia? That sounds good to me. If it sounds good to you, you do. You don't have. Look it up, Cass. I feel like you know what? You might not. I have, if you don't, let me know because I have several. That's one of the ones I have in a jar that I have probably 6 or 7 tumbled. Let me know. I'll pull one out for you. Chrysotile. Now, wait. Am I thinking of Seraphonite? Yeah. Chrysotile. Love, love, love. This card too. Personal power. Look at that. Oh my goodness, is that gorgeous? Cool. I will try to remember, but like message me or something, Cass, because you know my memory. Shivalingam. Rebirth. Gosh, look at these images, you guys. It's just gorgeous. I do like this deck a lot. A lot. Rhodonite. I love, look at, she's creating the ripples. They have these gorgeous waterfalls, this gorgeous, and she's creating the ripples. For me, this deck is very chatty with the Wildwood and the Brady. Ooh, I can totally see it with the Brady. Wildwood I can too, but wow, I can see it with the Brady. Wait, is that asbestos? What asbestos? Green tourmaline, rejuvenation. Look how gorgeous that is too. Look at the roots. Oh, I love those trees that have like a lot of the roots on the outside. The heck are they called? Bodhi trees. I feel like it's with an H though. Bodhi or booty trees. Booty trees. Guys, asbestos, I hate to say this, asbestos is a natural material. And again, I'm not saying you should be eating it, but if a stone has asbestos in it, it's different than if you're using asbestos in your house, like as a insulation. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a different thing. I don't expect you to eat it. And you need to be careful if you're going to handle the raw version of it. But yeah, exactly. As long as it's not flaking, it's not that big a deal. Green calcite. Looks like a tree made You come to Mom, stop calling it a booty tree. Looks like it's trying to boogie away, right? Asbestos adds fiber. You're funny. Malachite. Sacred healing. Oh, look at that. The drum made out of malachite. Oh, wouldn't we all love to have that? The vibrational healing energy of that would be awesome. Awesome. Yeah, me too. Larimer, which of course, once again, Edgar Cayce predicted before Larimer was found that there would be a blue healing stone found in the Caribbean, I think is where they found it, right? That would be a healer of the world, like one of the best healing stones in the world. All these little knowledge tips, I don't know how I retain some of them, and then like I can't remember my name sometimes. So weird. Topaz. Self-mastery. Topaz is such a great stone. I have to say, I know people love like the polished, faceted topaz and all that kind of stuff. I really love my raw topaz stones. To me, the energy from that raw topaz is empowering, very empowering. Yeah, it is exactly. Yes, Cass. It feels like you mined it yourself, even if you didn't anywhere near it. But you can like feel that it came from the earth. There's something different about it. Amethyst Celestial. Soul Awakening. Hi, Ayana. Look at that gorgeous image with the medicine wheel at the bottom. So gorgeous. Yep, these cards are amazing. Galena. Soul Retrieval. Oh, look at it. Opened up the door and it's pulling, retrieving the soul from the doorway. Oh, I love it. Love it. Shatakite. I have one little piece of Shatakite. Freaking expensive stone, let me tell you. Teacher. Okay, so I totally need more of this. Wolf. I need more Shatakite. So expensive. I have a piece that's literally, I don't know, probably about the edge of my finger here. He got you the deck. Yay, Ben. Sheen Obsidian Transformation. Yay. Isn't he sweet? Ben's so sweet. Great healer stone. Yes, absolutely it is. I have to go buy it. And, two more. Turquoise. Truth and integrity. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Oh, that's so pretty. Isis. What color is that teeny tiny stone? Shatakite is like a gorgeous deep turquoise color. And diamond. Unconditional love. Mother Mary, diamond, unconditional love. I won't put my biases on everyone else because I don't know where my bias came from. I found a keeper. You did. You did find a keeper. Ben is such a sweetie. All right, I am going to put my biases on everyone else. Just because I'm like, I don't know where this came from. It came I'll tell you right now, it came very early on in my witchydom, in my pagan journey. I have something against diamond. And it's not just that, the way that they were mined was horrible forever and ever. Although I'm sure that's a piece of it. Somewhere along the line, I got the impression that diamonds very easily carry negative energy much easier than most other stones. Like they pick it up so quick. And then they hold on to it, and it's much harder to get rid of that negative energy from a diamond than it is from any other stone. And that is just my impression. Reading news articles. Ooh, witchy in the woods. Yeah, exactly. Plus the fact that they're mined with blood and evil, and it's very, very, very difficult to prove that where you got your diamond was not mined with someplace that, is like that. It's very difficult to prove that. Even, when it comes certified that says that, it's very difficult to actually prove that because many of the diamonds go through a process where they end up in the, diamond whatever place. The exchange, what do they call that place that they all have to go and all that stuff? And then they're there and they can, it's like they wash their record. Because they've been there, then it automatically that they should be washed of that record of where they came from. I have a very hard time with it. So diamond carries negative energy easier because of the pressure they go through and the amount of things they have seen. That so makes sense, Ben. That so makes sense. Yes, yes, yes. They're mined with bad energy. Exactly. Exactly. So it is a very good deck, guys. I'm really liking that the crystal energy goes along with healing, goes along with medicine, shamanic journey medicine, goes along with, they have a ceremony to do with each card. I just really like the energy in these cards, especially for a crystal deck. I'll have to pull out all of my crystal decks and show you. There's very few that I actually like to use because most of them, I just don't get the energy. The energy to me does not feel like the energy of the crystal. It just doesn't. Most of them just don't do it for me. This deck, I have to say, is one of the very few crystal decks I have felt that energy, and I feel like it is the energy of the crystal. And I will tell you that the two Hay House decks that I got that I haven't really done very much with. Oh, I left the other two downstairs. One of them is a Crystal Oracle deck. And I'm not that impressed with it already. I just looked through it a little bit, but maybe it's because this one's so great. Mom, I ask a thingy. It's okay. Red Room, you can ask whatever you want. I don't have a problem in the world with asking. I've never liked a crystal deck until now. And let me tell you something. I have Melody's crystal deck, which took me a long time to get, and I have never worked with it. Her deck, though, I don't know if it's just, her deck is put away. I can't pull it out right now. I don't know if it's just because I got it right before she died. Like literally, I think 2 weeks before Melody died, I got the deck in. And so I felt funny about, I don't know, I didn't want to pull it out, I think, yet. So that might be part of it. So I haven't really tried to work with her deck yet. Can you put me in the Reiki? Yes, my ambulance company closed my station. Oh my goodness, Sherry. That's terrible. Yes, you are going in there, sweetie. Sherry bug. Have any thoughts on the Victorian fairy deck? The old one, there's one that's been out of print that I've wanted forever, but there's a new Victorian fairy deck too, isn't there? I have to look it up and see which one it is, Cass, that I'm thinking of. There's an old one that's out of print that is fabulous that I wish I could get my hands on. The out of print one, the out of print one is gorgeous, and the energy is gorgeous. And if I could get a copy of it, do. When I pull my cards from you, do you want a normal Druid Tarot or a plant-based oracle? Ooh, do Druid Tarot. The out of print one, it's lovely. Yeah, I absolutely. Are you naked and alive again? When you started practicing or getting into the path, how long did it take you to reach the pagan path to be a full pagan? A full pagan? It's such a, I guess it depends on what you base. I have a chance at a used one, but I don't know if it comes with a book. Cassie, I would do it because the book, a lot of times you can find the book PDF online someplace. I would definitely do it. Because that deck is gorgeous. I've seen that deck in person, and I like it. So, I would do it. And Red Rum, it depends on what what you consider a full pagan. To me, I was a full pagan once I self-dedicated myself. Because to me, being a pagan is about putting yourself on that path and saying, I'm going to work on that path. I'm going to say that, yes, I am telling the universe, I am on this path. This is the path that I feel like I'm home. This is the path that I feel like I connect to. This is the path that I feel like it brings me to my spiritual center. And so it was the moment that I made the commitment to the universe to walk this path and to continually try to find out more and more about it. So that's the moment for me. Can only buy so much stock at one time. Wait, I missed it. But I don't know if it comes with a book. We can only buy so much. Yep, 78 I think is what it is. That's pretty good, Cass. I have to say, I think I probably would. Very good condition. I think I would. I would pull the trigger on it. I don't know how to English, Mom. I mean, exactly. How long did it take you to dedicate? Oh, how long did it take me to get to that point where I was like, okay, that's it. I'm dedicating. I need to do my dedication on Cass's property. That's what feels right. Yeah, then do what feels right, Ben? If it feels good, if that's what works for you. I'm trying to think. So when Joey came to me, we talked about. I bet you it took me about a year. Because we started out. I didn't start out. Studying paganism at first, actually. I started out studying psychics and mediumship because that's what Joey was, and we didn't really understand very much about it. So it started out reading lots of books about mediumship and what happens and where does that energy come from and how do you deal with that. Which then kind of led me to all kinds of other things that turned out to be the pagan path. But I think it took me a year to really get to that point where I was like, oh, you know what? I'm pagan. Because you start out, usually most people start out looking at Wicca because that's what there's a lot more books about Wicca. And then you kind of realize that that's not all there is. There's more to that path than just Wicca. That's just a piece of the puzzle, Yeah, I always love psychics, mediumship. Absolutely. And it's funny, most of us will tell stories about being very spiritual, even um, when you didn't understand what spiritual meant. So I always connected with nature stuff. I always pulled rocks into the house and shells, and I always reached out to other people through that spiritual connection. And, my mother will tell stories of that. And then it just kind of, you suddenly realize where that's from. And the older I got, the more confident I was in my ability to tell what was right for me, and the less confident I was in listening to what other people said what was right for me. So when I finally went, oh yeah, wait, I'm definitely not this. I think I tell the story all the time about when I was searching spiritually. I went to all kinds of different churches. I brought the boys, the older boys, anyways. The younger boys weren't born yet, but I brought the older boys to all kinds of different churches, trying to find where my spirituality laid. And one of them that I went to was very evangelical Christian. And I thought, well, they're excited about their path, so maybe this is it. And it didn't take me very long to figure out that definitely wasn't it. Yay. And it really was because the boys were literally about two and three. And I dropped them off they had daycare for the children when you went to do your worship part, adult worship part. They had daycare for the children, which is one of the reasons that when you have 2 and 3-year-old sons, it's hard to focus on your own spirituality when you're worried about what they're doing. So that was one of the draws for me was, they had daycare for children. But when I went to pick them up from their age group, and they had different age groups. So it was 2 and 3 and 4, and then 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9 and 10. They had different rooms for it. This was a big church. And when I went to go pick them up, they showed me the picture that they had colored, and it was the road to hell. And all of the people who were on their way in walking the road to hell, and then the fire and brimstone and stuff at the end that they would be pushed through. And it was someone with a pro-choice t-shirt on, and it was someone with a guitar, obviously rock and roll, and it was someone with a lot of makeup on, and it was it was all these people that didn't completely and totally agree with the path that they were talking about. And so if you didn't agree with them, you were obviously going to hell. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I thought, that is so, like, he was preaching about love in the next room. And this is what they're teaching 2 and 3-year-olds or 3 and 4-year-olds. It was really, they were really young. And so I literally walked this paper to his office after church, after I picked them up, and I set it on his desk. I'm like, do you realize that this is what your classrooms are teaching 2 and 3-year-olds, 3 and 4-year-olds? This is okay with you? And he looked at the picture and he looked at me and he was like, well, they have to figure it out sometime. And I went, yeah, I won't be back. Now that I know this is you, I'm out of here. You will not be seeing me again. So, and that's, again, I want to make sure that you guys understand, I'm not saying that's all Christians. It's not even close. True Christians are not that. But these people were not true Christians. Anybody who is that judgmental does not actually follow their book. Their book is awesome and is about love and acceptance and bringing people in even when you don't agree with them. And that's not what they were teaching there. So that is not against Christian path. That is against their warped view of it. I can tell you stories that happened here in Islam. I believe it. I believe it. The good Christians told my child in Bible study, she was, yeah, right? How scary was that? I know, right? It's just, ugh. But at least in my opinion, the worst of the bunch deserve criticism. Yes, they do. Those kind of Christians, to me, they're not Christians, though. That's why I don't lump them into the same group as what I consider Christians to be. Because to me, Christians are not that. Christians are, if they follow their book is all about love and acceptance. Jesus brought in the prostitute and washed her feet. That has nothing to do with hatred and judgment and telling them they're going to hell. That's like the opposite. That is pulling them in and being kind and loving, and so different from what a lot of them are teaching. So that is the worst part of some Christians, I have to say, looking to the pagan path actually made me like Jesus more. Exactly, because he would have no problem with my path. There you go. Exactly that. Yes. My neighbors told my daughter when she was 6 that the police were coming to arrest her because she did not give something up for Lent. Oh my gosh. That's what has called me the most. See? For sure. For sure. So I hope it's somewhere in that I answered your question, Red Rum. That's ridiculous, right? Okay, so one more time, let me leave my link and I will put it in the down bar when we're done. This weekend will be the next initiation class. To be honest with you, I'm just not sure if I'm going to be ready Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to try for Saturday, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be ready until Sunday. Mom, you're killing me while I'm trying to tell you something positive. I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. Misunderstanding my daughter, but yes, I agree that they are nothing like their beloved Savior, but I will give them the label they claim. That's exactly it. The drawing is going to be as soon as the sold out, back in stock on March 30th. Oh, we sold them out. Whoops. Well, March 30th is only next week. It's Tuesday, so guess I will have time for my dedication. She started her period. When did I say the drawing was going to be? It's either going to be Tuesday or it's going to be the next initiation class. I can't remember what I said. I said it on the last video. I think I said Tarot Tuesday next week. I think. Did I say that? I got my period again after 2 years because of, yay! Oh, Red Rum, that's awesome. I'm so glad. Congratulations, because you're healing. You're doing well. You're feeling like your eating is going well. I'm so proud of you, Red Rum. I really am. Tarot Tuesday, thank you. So, Sonia, it'll be Tarot Tuesday, I promise. And that'll give it enough time. Can you put up the link for the drawing? Yes. Yes, let me pull that up. PayPal. So the drawing is for the Tarot of the Golden Wheel deck. If you want to enter the drawing, $1 equals 1 entry. And if you have done that already, guys, I have it. It's in here. You are in the drawing. I will post that this week. I promise. I just have not had the opportunity, guys, to get there. So I'm really sorry. It's been one of those weeks. Here we go. It's just going slow. Here we go. Copy. And paste. There is, that's where you can enter. $1 equals one entry. It triggered me so much after having it. I cried for hours. I knew telling you would switch that up for me. Honey, I am so proud of you. I cannot tell you how proud I am that you have treated your body so well, that your body is responding to that finally and saying, yes, you know what? We feel safe enough now to react normally. That's incredible. That's a huge step forward. That is a huge step forward. And that is the universe telling you that you are a woman, hear me roar, right? That you are ready to go back into the cycles of life. The wheel of the year, see the wheel of the year? That our cycles go through wheel of the year cycles, just like everything else in life. And that's why our female cycles are 28 days, just like what? The moon cycle. And so you now are ready to come back in as a full-fledged member of womanhood. And how awesome that this is the first time then that you have been a pagan and able to celebrate that cycle of 28 days with the moon cycle. That's why it is what it is. You can now celebrate that as a full-fledged pagan. That's amazing. Amazing. Mine was 28 days within 12 hours. That's awesome. So I hope that you feel good. So my period is jacked up. And no, Sherry, that's not at all what that means. I'm not saying that. I'm saying she, though, this is for her, this is a sign for her that she's doing so well. She has had an eating disorder for a long, long time. And so she is finally healthy enough to for her body to start saying, yes, we feel good enough to try to go back into somewhat of a normalcy for her. Her body is letting some of that go. And that is an amazing thing. I had insane, crazy, I call my uterus, I had a freak uterus. So I never had normal periods, but that doesn't make that any less of a thing. That's just a signal to her specifically that her eating disorders are healing. So exciting. Amazon just told me they cannot deliver this deck to my address. What? What does that mean? Trying so hard to think about it all like this, but losing it was an achievement for my... Really, honey? You really considered that an achievement in your eating disorder? Oh, honey. That is so dysfunctional on so many levels. I just want to wrap my arms around you and say how beautiful normal is. I know it's hard for you, honey. I know. But I am so very proud of you. So proud that you're making your body be healthy. So proud of you. Came with the new moon. New moon, new cycle. No choice. So many of us, Sherry, I know it. Mine are not normal. Sometimes 2-day time, sometimes 3, sometimes 1. But I have Mirena and stress about everything. So exactly. Yep. Yep. You are Red Room. Oh, that's just amazing. Your body is releasing things that needed to be released. I'm so proud of you. Okay. So message me if you are interested before I list them on Etsy. In the Storm Wands. I will be on for the next initiation class Saturday night or Sunday. I'm not sure which, because it depends. I haven't had time to work on it at all. This new thing. Get the damn onions out of here. You're so cute. Oh, Red Rum, I just want to put you in my pocket. You're so darn cute. By the way, everyone in my household is totally on board with adopting you, so you're coming. Yes, absolutely. Do try the Canadian Amazon and not necessarily the one that was linked. Yes. Yes, Cass. I will call me when this is over and I'll show you what I have. And then I have more to get. I just went out and pulled off what I saw was already hanging. So if it helps any, maybe looking at why that felt like an achievement. Do you have dysphoria about having that bodily function that can be teased out and separated? My 2 cents. Right? That's true, Jack. Yes. I left the pagan path because so much extreme and differing information. One priest refused to marry my best friend and his fiance because he was couldn't have a kid. What? That is so weird. I don't understand that at all. I hate when, it's, anyways. Okay. I love you guys so much. Click the like button on your way out for me so that this gets more views. And keep everyone in mind. Just keep loving each other. Stay home if you can stay home. Love is the most important thing right now. Just be good to each other. As much as you can, be good to each other, okay? I love you. Good night.